Hey, we're here on a job site, and I just wanted to bring you this quick tip. We're, as you maybe can tell, you can hear the noise. We're right next to a very busy road out here, and so we're installing a wall of Arborvitae here, and they're going to grow really tall. And in the back here, you can see this really big Serbian spruce. We're going to put that on the ground to help privacy and with noise. And so here's a huge thing. There's two things that we're going to do on this project that most landscapers will not do. Okay, each one of these, if we bring this around, if you look at the depth of any of these plants, do you see how much higher they are? You see how much higher this plant is than the ground? So there's a lot of soil here. Some of this is all going to go to the back, but this, the base of this tree, you know, right in here, when this gets all brushed off, all right, this is just like any other tree that you plant. You got to get down to the root crown or the root flare, and so you have to think, once that's planted and we put mulch on it, how high is that mulch going to come up? Okay, so there's no mulch here currently, so we have to put 3 inches of mulch on all these plants. And once that 3 inches is on there, we want it to come right up to that root flare, no higher. So we have to raise the level of the plant, so then when we put the Arborvitae in the ground, that it's at the proper height for mulch. So that's one tip. Remember, when you're planting trees, Arborvitaes, I would consider trees. Maybe they are trees, I don't know. But make sure that they're planted at the right height, because you're definitely going to want to put mulch around them to help retain moisture, because one big thing for trees is they need plenty of moisture for those roots to start taking. The next thing that is really important for this, see how we have this whole row of them and they're all going to go really tall and they're going to start growing together? Well, we have a roll of string here, okay? Nothing special, string, but we have string here. And on every single Arborvitae, we are going to put a stake in the ground, and we're gonna put string from the middle of the tree to the stake, and then from the Arborvitae, and we're gonna secure it to the fence. And the reason we're gonna do that is because we're getting ready to come into the fall here, and we're gonna have lots of winds. And these things are essentially masts, okay? So if too much wind comes and they're not secure, they're gonna bend over, and then it's not gonna be a straight line and it's gonna look horrible. When you're doing a high-end landscape, professional landscape, you gotta do everything you can in your power to maintain the integrity of the plants that you put in. There's 30 of them going here, so we can't take a chance on even one of them being planted incorrectly. So every single one is getting put in the ground, inspected before anything else is done, and the fill is going back over, and before we mulch. And so that is your quick tip of the day. Make sure everything that you plant, especially a tree, that the root flare is exposed and that is planted at the right height, so then when you mulch, the mulch doesn't get too high on the trunk and create root rot. So I'll talk to you guys next time. See you in the next video. Hopefully you learned something.